So if there is one argument that has lasted through all the ages, from the passing of Roe v. Wade to today, it is this. I mean, I cannot believe the amount of times in the last 5 years that I have seen the big sign with the big rosary that says, "Keep your rosaries off my ovaries." I cannot believe the amount of times that I've actually heard this chanted or even said to me in a conversation. And so when you get this, I want to tell you that this is one of those arguments where you should be laughing a little bit inside. There should be some, LOL going on in your mind, because you've won. Because "keep your rosaries off my ovaries" is a cop-out. It means that the person that you're talking to has no viable, justifiable, or logical arguments. It means that they have no response to your message. And it means that the doors are now open for you to speak. And so one of the very first things that I will usually do when somebody actually tells me "keep your rosaries off your ovaries" is I will actually laugh. It might sound a little bit cruel for some people, it might sound like a really awkward tactic, but I will actually laugh. I'll then continue to let them know that I don't own rosaries, that I've never prayed the rosary, that I don't pray to Mary, that I'm not a part of the Roman Catholic Church, and that I have no intention of placing my rosaries anywhere. I'll then ask the person if they wouldn't mind keeping their atheism off my spirituality, if they wouldn't mind keeping their relativism off of my unborn child, if they wouldn't mind keeping their evolution out of my schools. See, you can say "keep your rosaries off of my ovaries," but the thing is that you're demanding that your philosophical presuppositions stand higher than mine in the public. You're demanding that I remove my system of faith from the debate so that your system of faith is the only one that stands. You're demanding that my worldview be removed so that your worldview can reign supreme. Doesn't make sense much, does it? You see, when these people say this, they're contradicting their own selves. In fact, the whole statement contradicts itself. The sentence is a giant contradiction. It's broken up into 2 pieces, and the whole thing would collapse in on itself if it was ever made a physical object, because it can't sustain. You see, when they say this, you need to demonstrate their faith. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to promote, but How to Answer the Fool was a fantastic documentary on presuppositional apologetics. I know that Luther and Calvin both wrote some great books on presuppositional apologetics, and this right here is where you want to get into that presuppositional apologetics. You want to say, "Oh, you hate religion? You don't believe in the Bible? Why not? No? Well, let me ask you, where do you get truth without God? Where do you get knowledge without God? Where do you get morality without God?" See, this is the perfect opportunity to literally turn their argument for abortion immediately around. If you notice, I'm not talking about abortion here. This is one of those arguments where you can bypass abortion and just directly dig into the gospel. Now, you're going to get nothing but opposition and resistance. But you're going to have the opportunity to plant some seeds, and especially to plant some seeds of doubt in their mind, because you're going to show them the foolishness of their own argument. So again, this is a really simple one, and it's also a really stupid one. To be honest, half the times when I start hearing "keep your rosaries off my ovaries," I'm going to ignore it. But sometimes you're going to want to respond, sometimes you feel the need to respond. So I just want to cover that one really quickly. So again, "keep your rosaries off my ovaries." Show them the logical fallacy, or show them the foolishness of what they're saying, and then move on from there into, where do you get truth without God?